This video is brought to you by StyleFlip.com. Customize and protect your music equipment now.
About the 2011 Winter NAMM show. Right here we have our SP sampler, and the first one we have here is the SP-404 SX. As you can see, it's a linear wave sampler, so now there's absolutely like no compression with it whatsoever when you sample in. It's full linear wave sampling. It now uses a SDHD card, so you can have up to a 32 gigabyte card in it for sample storage. You have velocity-sensitive percussive pads that you can store your samples to. You have multiple banks that you can have all your samples stored on. You can do simple pattern beat creation on here because it does have a pattern sequencer on it. Also has tons of different effects that are built in on the unit as well, and you have 3 dedicated knobs here for real-time control. DJs can really use this in live performance aspects as simply an effects controller, so even if you're running with Serato and you have your DJ mixer and your mixer has some sort of an auxiliary output like some of the rain mixers have the flex bus, you can run a flex bus directly to the SP-404 and use it simply for all the effects and things that are built in. And then you have another 24 effects that are here on the side that you can dial in by holding the multi-effect. And then you can go and choose through the different effects, or you can just tap in a pad. So you can do really cool things by holding this down, and actually as the music's playing, you can go through and surf the pads and calling up effects all in real time without any glitching or anything like that. If you're into radio, you're DJing on the air and things like that, this is also real helpful because you can have all your DJ drops stored here on the pads. And granted, you know, Serato and some of the softwares allow you to do that kind of stuff, but on here you have multiple banks that you can have your samples stored to. But you can also put on full songs as well, so if your song is like 5 minutes long, you can tap a pad once and it'll play through all the way. You can also have commercials, music beds. If you're into doing podcasting and things like that, this is also great to have because you can have all your sound effects right here on the pads as well. Music beds, commercials, everything can all be stored here in real time. Like I said, it has a pattern sequencer built in, so you have quantizing, things like that for doing beat creation. A lot of mobile DJs really tend to like this as well because you do have a microphone that's built in. So if you're actually doing like a wedding or some sort of gig like that, you can actually sample people by triggering the mic here and sample people saying congratulations to the bride and groom or whatever it is that you want, and then instantly go and assign it to a pad, and then throughout the night you can actually play back all the messages party and stuff. So a lot of mobile DJs tend to really like this, having this as well. There's so many different tools that you can use this for. Also theaters tend to like to have these as well because you can have instant access to sound effects, gunshots, explosions, things like that as well at particular times in a show, and you can have instant access to trigger them whenever you want, and then you got dedicated control knobs for effects as well. So like I said, you can use an SDHD card up to 32 gig.